Your boy King Hussle, and yes, this is the best money and credit channel on YouTube. So make sure you subscribe and hit the all notification bell. So whenever I drop new sauce, new lessons, new methods, and giveaways, you'll be the first one to be notified. You'll be the first one to know what's going on. And hey, you might be the first one to win something for free. So make sure you subscribe and hit the all notification bell on all the YouTube channels. Also, make sure you follow me on my Twitch, King Hustle Live. I do all my freebies and giveaways from those YouTube channels and the Twitch. So make sure you subscribe and hit the all notification bell so you won't miss out on nothing. Also, make sure you follow me on all my social media platforms. All you gotta do is click the title on every video. Once you click the title on every video, at the bottom of the description, all my social media links will pop up. All right, got a lot of fake King Hustle pages out there, so please get a FaceTime verification call or video to make sure you see this face. Make sure you are doing legit business and you are getting what you paid for. All right. And before we get anything started, this is all educational purposes only, not telling anybody to do anything. So let's get this thing started. Hey, let's get this thing started. Hey, what to do, my real King Hustle fans, supporters, subscribers out there, my real Hustle Nation Empire family members, and we are back at it again with the gems, back at it again with the sauce, back at it again with the information that's going to turn you into a boss. So you tired of being a zero? You ready to be a family hero? Listen up, take a seat, get your notepad and get your pen, because you already know when I drop these videos and y'all get those notifications, there's going to be some information that's going to help you win, keep you entertained, or keep you informed. So in today's video, you know how we get down. We back at it again with the new methods, the new scams, new bank scams, new tools, skimmers, Raspberry Pis, Flipper Zeros. It's a lot going on in today's world that's allowing people to commit certain fraudulent and methods and scams that's getting a lot of people rich, from regular people to people who have been in this world for a long time. Now, there are a lot of different ways that people are basically scamming and committing fraud that's getting them some money. And in today's world, as the world evolves, the methods, the scams, the sauce will evolve, because there's always an evolution of things. These businesses, because first of all, scams and fraud all surround around businesses, around people, around bank accounts, et cetera, et cetera. Anywhere there's money being made, there's going to be some type of scam or fraud being committed, and people have to start understanding that. And everybody be like, "Bro, what's the new wave? What's the new sauce? What's the new this and what's that?" And at the end of the day, everything is the wave. Everything is the sauce, because everything that people see is getting somebody some money. So basically, the government makes it easy for scammers to be able to do the things that they're doing, because as they're making it easier for the consumer to be able to cash a check or withdraw money or send money, they're making it easier for a scammer to cash a check, withdraw money, send money, receive money. So a lot of scams and a lot of new scammers come from kids playing Minecraft and Roblox and things like that. They start selling these accounts and things, doing things like that, and then they evolve into the credit cards and the debit cards and things like that. It's just all about the surroundings and the environment that somebody is in and what they were grasp to. So with the new methods and new scams, you got people doing ACH transfers, which is basically the system, these banks and platforms how have now allowed it, made it easier for people to send and receive money by utilizing account and routing numbers. Now, for a scammer or fraudster, because we all know scammers, fraudsters, and hackers are three different people who do three different things. I told y'all that before. Scammers don't do the same thing fraudsters do. Fraudsters don't do the same thing scammers do. Scammers and fraudsters don't do the same thing hackers do. And hackers don't do the same thing scammers and fraudsters do. They all three do three different things. So scammers are the people who social engineers, manipulate, trick somebody into sending their own funds. A fraudster is somebody who steals somebody's funds. And the hacker is somebody who gets the information for the scammer or the fraudsters to be able to commit any type of crime, to sum it up. So, like I said, into the work in today's world, we are all vulnerable, and it's kind of cliche because they put up these security databases and these security platforms for to keep us protected, but these same security platforms and databases are the ones that's making it easier for the scammers, the fraudsters to commit the crimes. We got bank accounts. We call our banks on a daily basis. We got cards. We deal with places that deal with our personal information on a daily basis. And at the end of the day, those are regular people, human beings that are dealing with our personal information. And a lot of people are naive. A lot of people are green. A lot of people don't understand that a lot of these people be at home working. They don't be in no office. Calling the bank, don't be they be at home. You call the any call center representative is at home working. So who's to say who's with that person, who's behind that person, what's going in that person's mind when they're dealing with our personal information? So that's what I mean about they put up these security databases and these things to keep us protected, but they also make it easier for a scammer or fraudster to be able to get our information. Hackers, they compromise system databases all the time. They hold companies databases for ransomware all the time. What's a ransomware? Ransomware is where basically a hacker, compromiser, gets into a system databases, holds it for ransom, meaning that they hold it for ransom, say, hey, pay me $2 million in Bitcoin or we're gonna release all this information. If the company pays, they don't release it. If the company doesn't pay, they release the information. They leak the information. That's ransomware. Malware, putting viruses on ATMs, making it disperse money, all these different things. They create for different things that allow scammers and hackers and compromisers to do different things to generate funds. So ACH transfers is now possible for people to utilize their account numbers and routing numbers to send and receive money. People are selling profiles full, somebody's full information all day, every day on the dark web. People are buying those and utilizing that method. That's a way for people to send and receive money. And somebody can get a hold of somebody's account and route number and get a fraudulent or bogus account in a CPN or something, that money is basically untraceable because this person doesn't exist, or is this person is fraudulent, or they got this account open with a fake ID and this person has nothing to do with that. So it's really because people can open up bank accounts online. If they got somebody's information, they can easily open up an account online with somebody's information, do ACH transfers utilizing somebody else's um account route number from their bank account to this new bank account that they have. And once they trace and say, and they, you know what I'm saying? So people figure out ways how to manipulate the system. And then you got the OTP bots method that's going on right now. People are using bots to basically spoofers to spoof call and text message individuals to basically have them give up their personal information or send funds somewhere and get scammed. What do I mean by that? Okay, OTP bots. These bots are they're selling them everywhere. You can get them anywhere on Telegrams, ClearNet, and these are basically spoofers. And you can use any number that you want to be to basically. So let me say I use Best Buy. So I got a spoofer. I'm gonna act like I'm Best Buy. I'm gonna put Best Buy number and I'm gonna call people, and on their caller ID is gonna pop up as Best Buy. So it's a spoofer. You can act like you're somebody. So people are sending out spoof calls and spoof text messages utilizing these banks. So what they do is they go on the dark web. They buy they buy system data from different banks, personal data and fools, so they know exactly who has a bank account with this bank. Because y'all already know back in the day, we used to all get them text messages from random banks, random text messages from saying at a random bank that we don't got an account with. Um, like, are we trying to pull out this transfer from our Wells Fargo bank? Like, I don't even have a Wells Fargo bank. But now they got more sophisticated and more wiser and saying, okay, instead of just getting all this information that some of them don't even got these bank accounts, how can we get information that we know that all these people got bank accounts? And that's what it's ever evolved to on the dark web now. People are getting banks databases in full. So people who have bank accounts with those banks, people buy those. So now they know exactly who to call because they know all these people have a bank account. So just imagine going from sending out random text messages to people who don't and getting probably 7 text messages back no to having 100 people's pools or profiles from these banks, and 60 of them texting back no when you send out that spoof text message. Hey, are you trying to purchase? Are you trying to spend $500 at Best Buy? Are you trying to wire transfer $2,000 at? They're they all these people actually have a bank account with them, and most people, anybody, when they get those text messages, they get a sense of fear in them, and the first thing they're gonna do is probably not thinking is text back like no, because they actually have a bank account with that bank. So that's what's tricking them. And then they got people who social engineering people into acting that's going along with the text messages, and people not being aware and being more educated on these type of things are actually giving their personal information to these scammers and their usernames, their passwords. Once they get that, they can log in. Then they get to the point where they gotta get the one-time passcode. They send a one-time passcode. They tell the person on the victim, "Hey, can you verify the one-time passcode we just sent?" The victim sends them the one-time password. So now that they got that one-time password and they logged into the account on the other side looking in, from the bank's side looking in, it's looking like the victim is the one logging into this account, because they got the password, they got the username, and they got the one-time passcode that goes to their email or their phone. So the bank is looking at it as if this victim is the one who's logging into the bank, and they don't know if you are who's logging into this bank account. That person could be sending money to somebody else and acting as if somebody got scammed. They don't know nothing. So that's why the banks only cover fraudulent activity and not scams. Because on the outside looking in, once you give up that one-time passcode, all deals are off. Now this is not. It's like you basically giving your money away. And that's a little loophole that banks have, and that's a loophole that scammers utilize. Knowing that, because if the bank don't gotta pay back the victim no money, the bank not gonna go after the person, because that person don't owe them no money. But a lot of times when a lot of these stories hit the news, then that's when the bank wanna finally give somebody or reimburse somebody the money, because the bank doesn't want to look bad. The bank doesn't want to be seen as if they are a place where they let scams happen to people and they don't pay back their money, because the banks make money off people. So that's how that situation happens. And you got SIM swapping, you got check fraud, you got credit card and debit card fraud, identity. You got so many different new methods that's evolved, and because of the system making it easier for the consumer to be able to get approved for a loan, credit card, line of credit, open up a bank account, and get these things. They made it easier for the scammers and the fraudsters also. So it's a lot of new scams and fraud methods out there that's basically evolved because of the system, because of what these companies and these businesses and the government has made it easier for people to be able to do, because the same thing that people doing legally, scammers or fraudsters are doing the same thing but illegally, using other people's information basically, or stealing people's information or things like that. So it's just all about being more safe, being more cautious, and being more aware of what's going on out there in this crazy world that we live in, because it's all real. We can't control anything. We could just all be more aware and safe of what's going on. Because, like I said, this is all educational purposes only. Y'all know I'm not telling nobody to go try or do nothing crazy, but to know what's going on will put this knowledge in your brain. So if anything was to happen, your brain will work in a certain way where you can see the red flags and keep yourself safe. All right. So like I tell you guys all the time, make sure you get your Northern LifeLock to monitor all your financial social media accounts to make sure no suspicious activity is going on. And it will monitor the dark web to make sure none of your personal information is on there being sold, for nobody to get these pre-built CPNs in your name. So make sure you get your Northern LifeLock. Make sure you freezing your credit bureaus, TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian. Once they're froze, nobody, not even you, can get anything in your name. So make sure they're froze. And make sure you guys are getting new credit card or debit cards every so often. We tap, swipe, insert, order online all day, every day. Most people that had the same card for the past umpteen years. And think about all the places that you didn't travel to, went to, and use that card. And every time you have, that information is on that database. And now think about all the places, all the databases that your information is on. There's always a database compromised, leak, or hacked. So get new cards and new information. So where that old information is, it'll no longer be valid, and you have a fresh start. All right. So make sure you guys are taking those steps to be more safe, more cautious, and aware of what's going on out here in this real crazy world that we're living in. Make sure you guys um, stay informative, and make sure you guys are ready to keep learning building and growing and becoming successful, right? So shout out to all my real King Hustle fans, supporters, subscribers out there, because without y'all, there'd be no me. Y'all motivate me keep going, y'all motivate me keep dropping the sauce, and y'all motivate me keep y'all entertained. So shout out to all of y'all. Anybody out there that's tired of being broke, because it ain't no joke, let's get to work. FaceTime 101 limited gyms are $1,000. But for limited time only, I'm doing it for 600. Yes, 600 Cash App or Bitcoin payment. Once the 600 is on your Cash App or Bitcoin balance, send me a screenshot, let me know your payment ready, and we will go from there. All right, no screenshots, no replies, no 21 questions, and please do not yell me. Make sure y'all book y'all seat on the webinars Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. 250, 10 seats available for each session. Ask me and get help with anything that y'all want to get help with. Make sure y'all book y'all seat on the crypto tour in person limited gyms 3,500. Make sure y'all book y'all seat on the month long mentorship $1,000. Make sure y'all checking out my vendor platforms on Telegram and the Potato app, me and their network. Still look for people for the production company. Make sure y'all subscribe and hit the all notification bell on all my YouTube channels, my Twitches, my IGs, TikToks, and Snapchat. Make sure y'all checking out the crypto world because it's changing people's lives. Make sure y'all getting in and y'all fitting with these loaded potatoes. All right, $100 and up, cash at Bitcoin payment. Send me the screenshots when y'all payment ready. We're gonna go from there. All right, don't miss out on this opportunity. And with that being said, it's your boy King Hustle. Y'all know how to get down to any of these videos. I will see you at the next lesson video or live. Peace.